Today I want to talk about my journey with wellness and fitness. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been posting some pictures in the morning or thoughts from my workouts. And it's been about 2.5, 3 weeks where I've consistently been working out. We've been in quarantine for 8 weeks, I think. And at the beginning of quarantine, I did a couple like yoga classes here and there, stretching, and yeah, I've been solid into some workouts for about 3 weeks now, I think. But it got me thinking that if you're new here, you probably don't know, you probably might think like, oh, Heather's just started working out or whatever. But fitness has been a part of my life since I was in high school. And I wanted to share some thoughts with you about my journey with wellness, fitness. I am by no means an expert, but I have gone through these different phases in my life of fitness. And I'm going to refer to them as rest seasons and growth seasons. And I think there is power in both of the seasons. So if you're like me and you have found yourself in quarantine, or maybe you're at work still, but you're finding yourself in a growth season, then great for you. If you normally work out, but you're finding it difficult to work out right now and you just feel called to rest, that's okay too. Rest is an important season. So I started my journey with fitness. I don't want to say my love, because I did not fall in love with wellness and fitness from the outset. I took fitness class. I think I started in grade 10. I did it because my friends were doing it. I was like, well, I guess I better do this. And I remember we were running a lot and I did not enjoy it at first. I didn't enjoy it at first. It was a huge struggle for me. I was like the last girl back to the change room to get showered. I was late for classes because I was so slow at running and I just didn't love it. But then I started to see some changes in my body from doing it, and people were noticing that I was like losing a little bit of weight, and at that point in my life I liked that kind of attention, and so I think that's what drove me into working out more on my own after fitness class had ended. So at this point I wouldn't say I had a healthy relationship with working out or a healthy motivation for working out, but I did start working out regularly. I would go to the gym. I went to Northern Collegiate, so Good Life was kind of near there, and so I would go to the gym in the morning. One of my friends we would work out together. We'd get a ride, get dropped off, and then we'd walk to school in the morning, or we'd walk to the gym after school, things like that. And I remember in my 20s, like I had the routine where you on the weekend go for a workout, go for a tan, go buy a new outfit, and then go to the club. And that's what I did. I would say that like mid-20s, I really fell in love with running. Mid-20s. I had my friend Carly lived down the street from me. She was one of my neighbors, and we ran together and we did spin class together. I've talked a little bit about spin class lately, and I really enjoyed running. I've done a couple 10K races. That's pretty much the longest that I've run. So I had some running history there. And so from my teen years to my 20s, I would go, I was working out. I was really kind of trying to maintain a certain image, weight, and I did feel good, but I was definitely motivated by my appearance to work out, like maintaining a certain appearance, and that was like one of my main motivations. I wasn't concerned so much with overall health because I drank a lot of alcohol during that period of my life, and my eating was probably like, my eating is still like, but yeah, so, and I really developed this passion for running, and I was so surprised by it because I didn't love running so much when I was in high school, and then I'm running in my 20s and I'm like, man, I love it. And to this day, I still love running. My knees are not the same after having babies. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but I still love running. Like nothing beats the high of like a cardio run, like a sweat. And I actually have developed this love of running in the winter for some reason. I think it's because I'm inside so much, and then when you run outside, I'm outside, feels good. So but then I've always hit plateaus with my workouts. I get bored, so I'll like do something like for running, I would like be training, practicing for a 10K, and then I do it, keep running, but then I kind of like want to switch it up, right? So I'd go through different like phases of different activities, and then late 20s, I started getting into yoga. I went to Inner Dawn Yoga. I had done yoga classes at the gyms that I had gone to, and I was like, this is a waste of my time. I could be like running and burning so many more calories. That's how I looked at it. I was like, this is not even a workout. This is lame. And then I went to Inner Dawn Yoga, and I don't know why I started going there, but I went for a yoga class there, and I was like, whoa, this is what yoga is actually about. So totally highly recommend Inner Dawn Yoga. Lisa, I haven't been for a long time because my journey has changed, but Lisa's an amazing teacher, and she totally transformed how I look at yoga, and it opened so many spiritual doors for me in my yoga practice, and just like also in understanding what yoga is. And it was also like such a strengthening exercise for my whole body. And at that time I was still running, and so I think it complemented my running really beautifully. So yoga, so I started doing yoga, and I was going to Inner Dawn, and I was doing a lot of yoga practice at home at this time too. I was just doing a lot of yoga on my own. This is when I started reading the Bible too. And also when I got pregnant. My yoga practice was so heavy then I got pregnant, and I started reading the Bible, and I would read one Bible verse a day, and I would then kind of meditate on that Bible verse while I did my yoga practice. And right now, my current morning routine, so what I have developed right now is I do my Bible study first thing in the morning, which normally takes me like 15-ish minutes, 20 minutes, depending on what I'm feeling like. Sometimes I'll dive into more stuff and it takes me longer. But I do my Bible study first, and then I hit my mat, and I'm doing 30 minutes of movement. And right now I'm just finding workouts for free online. And I will often be doing the movements, and I'll be thinking about what I just studied in the Bible. And what I'm finding is it deepens my understanding of what I've just learned. It takes it so much further, and that is really exciting. And that's something that I realized when I was in a very deep yoga practice, is meditating on something and then doing the physical movement really helped my mind to focus on what I was trying to consume and learn. So I know that myself, like I can take that spiritual learning so much deeper when I'm moving my body. So that's a realization that I've had again, and it's really exciting to be back there. I have two children. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So when I had Luke and he was a baby, I would put him on the front of my yoga mat and I'd do my movement. And that got less and less and less the older he got and the more he started moving. And Luke and Lizzie are only 2 years apart. So I got pregnant with Elizabeth. You know, Luke's not even 2 years old, and I'm pregnant with Elizabeth. Thank you, Lord, what a blessing. But my body didn't even fully recover from my first pregnancy, and then I was pregnant again. And so it slowed down even more. In this time of new motherhood world, I did not worry about working out. I would go for a run so randomly. I would do yoga practice so randomly, and it always felt good, but there wasn't anything regular. But I knew that a season would come when it would become a opportunity for me to make it a priority. And I have been fully aware of that for the last 5 years. I knew that time would come again. I knew that time would come again. And so I'm always praying and talking to God, and he convicts me of different things all the time. And so in this season, I felt the strong conviction. Heather, this is your time. I was aware that I was in a rest season in that new motherhood. I needed to sleep. I needed to rest. I was filling my days. My days were filled. I have, for the last 5 years, been fully aware of what I'm capable of time-wise, and I'm okay with saying, no, I don't have time for that. And workouts were something that I had to say no to. I would walk, I would try to put good things in my body, I'd chase my kids, climb climbers, do that kind of stuff. And I counted that as something good, and I do think that all counts for something good. But I just felt in this season, this strong conviction that it's time for me to now dedicate time to taking care of my body on a regular basis with more discipline, more routine, and more challenge. And so I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely not easy every day. There are days when I'm like this, I don't want to do this. But I know I've seen the fruit of doing the do. I see it in my Bible study. There's lots of days I read the Bible, do the Bible study, do the do, and I'm like, yeah, that was good. Like, you know, I kind of understood what was going on. That was good. And then I have days where I'm like, God is speaking directly to me. My mind is blown. I have all these revelations. I'm journaling. I can't write fast enough because God is just like sending me so many messages. But I've seen that the strength is, you know, something that you accumulate over time. And so I think that's spiritual strength. I think that's physical strength. And so right now, what I'm focused on is just overall wellness. And so working out, I know that's gonna serve me. I don't even have to worry about how it's gonna serve me. It's gonna serve me. Becoming a mom of 2 and nursing Elizabeth and not sleeping through the night allowed me to accept that a regular fitness routine was not a part of that season. So I rested whenever possible, walked and played with my children, had sex with my husband, cleaned the house, and accepted it all counted for something good. I knew the passion for movement was still inside of me. She was just dormant for the winter, for her winter, waiting until the temperature was right. The surroundings were proper for her to begin to blossom again. I paid attention to the nudging inside of me, which I know to be the Holy Spirit, to let me know when it was time to move again. So I have felt that movement now. I know that it's my time to make sure that this is a priority. I have time, I have space, I have children that sleep through the night, so it's easy to get up in the morning early. And so the reason that I'm sharing this, I want to make a couple points as I close. So the first thing is I have spent $0 on fitness. I'm using resources, videos. I'm not working out by myself. I'm using videos that I find online. I started out with the Like to Know It IGTV channel. They had some really great workouts. Some of them use some hand weights, but most of it is body weight stuff. The second resource that I've been using is Popsugar Fitness. Their YouTube channel is wonderful. I'm really liking the variety of workouts that I can find there. And I always just search 30-minute at-home workout with no equipment or something like that. Or 30-minute at-home arms, no equipment. And then you'll find lots of options of things. When I start diving into something, I like pay attention to different people and I'm like, oh, her runners are so cool. Her workout clothes are so cool. I have everything I need. I'm trying to be super diligent in this. I have not purchased any new workout clothes. I know we like to make jokes about the new workout outfit makes you feel like you can work out. You don't need it. You just need to start working out. You just need to start moving. And I'm talking to the person right now who feels like they should be doing this. Like I said, if you're in a rest season, please rest. Rest is equally as important, maybe more, because after your rest season, you're gonna come back ready to hit the ground running. So if you're in a rest season, rest. If you're not in a rest season, if you are hearing this and you're like, Heather is speaking to me, she's giving me something that I need right now, taking a run with it and stop making excuses that you need to buy anything, that you don't have the right equipment. There's so many things in our homes that we can use as weights if we need a little weight, like a can of soup or something like that. There is so many free resources out there right now for workout videos. The people in the fitness world are trying to help us to stay healthy, and so you don't need to. Now, I am researching, investing in a program ongoing, and I'm very excited about that moving forward. But for the time being, I'm just doing the do, and I'm trusting and having faith that this is preparing me for what is next, and that's really exciting to think about. So wherever you're at, I just thought I would share that journey because I think it's a cool journey, because I have gone in and out of these phases with fitness, and if you have it inside of you, it's never gonna leave you. Even if you're in that rest season, it's still gonna be there when it's your time to start moving again. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope that helps you maybe do something good for yourself today. I love you. Bye.